What's up, folks? This is Crypto James talking to you today about Strike. Strike, DeFi lending protocol, one that's pretty low cap, really. That's got some serious potential. Before I get into that update, the spreadsheet, the first 26 coins that I spoke about on this channel, had you invested $100 into each one of them, you're still holding all that crypto, you'd be in profit for over 14 grand. Obviously, this is after a lot of retracements and the current bear cycle. Something I've been saying for months is build your list of coins you're excited about. It's vital. Bear cycles, recessions, they're the best time to invest. That's just unequivocally true of every financial market ever. Hopefully you've been doing that if you have, and now you're looking at that list again, looking at those coins and still bullish on them. You might have found gems for the bear cycle. If, however, you've not got around to it, you've not, because family or whatever it is, then you can come check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share every coin I buy and sell, and it's where I'm going to be sharing those coins that I'm getting into on during the bear cycle. So if you want to know what they are, you can click the link in the description and check it out. All right, Strike. Strike is an interesting one. So it's currently priced at $26. Its market cap's about 85 million. Roughly half the supply is currently out. Now, Strike's a DeFi lending protocol that allows users to earn interest on their crypto by depositing them into one of several markets supported by the platform. I'll launch the app so you can have a look. So, when a user deposits tokens to a Strike market, they receive S tokens in return. These S tokens represent the individual's stake in the pool and can be used to redeem the underlying crypto initially deposited into the pools. So by depositing ETH into a pool, you'll receive SETH. Over time, the exchange rate of these S tokens to the underlying asset increases, which means you can redeem them for more of the underlying asset that you initially put in. This is how the interest is distributed. Borrowers can also take a secured loan from any Strike pool by depositing collateral. Maximum loan to value ratio varies based on the collateral asset, but currently ranges from 50 to 80%, although I imagine that's reduced somewhat. Now, this is quite an interesting one. So currently they have 57 million locked in across 11 different S token markets. So the supply collateral to Strike. So you supply collateral to Strike while controlling your keys. That's always important. I'm a big believer in hold your private keys. The top 3 markets for total borrowed is USDC, USDT, and ETH. And the 12 markets available are USDC, Tether, Strike's token, Wrapped Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Then we also have BUSD, Uniswap, ApeCoin, Chainlink, and Compound. And finally, we've got Swipe. So the supply APYs and the borrowing APYs are obviously dramatically different at the moment in time. So when this loads, try that again, eh? Internet, I'm playing up. So right now, while I'm waiting for that to load, have a look at the developers. So comprehensive developer API, SDK to build your custom application. So this is for developers, but you can build your own custom application by using the non-custodial money market. They've got a pretty good user interface, which obviously enables everyone to participate 24/7. That is the beauty of blockchain and crypto. And this still isn't loading. I'm going to pause this video, maybe it will. There we go. Right. So, as you can see, the supply market APYs are pretty damn good for some. You know, ApeCoin 41.89%, Swipe 46%. Even some of the stable coins aren't bad, to be fair. So they're your net APYs across. Then we check the borrowing market. So the borrowing market is obviously far higher in terms of percentage borrowed, but interestingly, the opportunity for arbitrage is there. This is something that I've spoken about in the past. You've got to monitor exactly what you're doing. But if you can lend, if the lending rates are higher than the borrowing rates, you've got a nice opportunity. Only really seems to be applicable for ApeCoin that I saw, but I was only scanning. Yeah, looks like it's just ApeCoin. But that's pretty damn good. That's why, because the liquidity's piss poor. That'd be why. Okay, but lending, useful way of earning additional yield. If you throw in collateral, doesn't actually change a fat lot. You need to set collateral at least one asset for your borrowed. Yeah, doesn't change anything. And repay all borrowed assets. So, as an example, you can the supply APY for Ape is actually 23.91%. That's pretty damn good if you're believing in Ape long term. It's not one that I'd be jumping on, but it's an interesting one. Strike itself has got decent percentage in terms of interest. Not amazing, but obviously within the governance mechanisms are pretty standard. There's nothing that we haven't seen before, so I'm less interested in that. And what this is, user distribution stuff. Okay. So there's the market distribution, so we can see the differences. But liquidity is key for anything. Now, in terms of the markets, there we go. Keep closing that. So, key thing with regards to any supplying or borrowing is making sure there's, with all of these things, strong liquidity is key. You do not want to see low level amounts of any of these. So there's total supply for USDC is 14 million. And the total borrowed is 10.5 million. But this isn't bad in terms of opportunities for USDC right now. Because you can borrow 3% interest, but you can supply it at 5.67%. So slightly better. Strikes, like I said, DeFi protocols have got to grow over time. This isn't a bad one in terms of what they're offering right now. It's only knocking around on KuCoin and Bittrex, really. A bit of Poloniex. And yeah, I think this is an interesting one. Because fundamentally, you've got to remember, like, Arve's lending protocol is worth billions of dollars. Billions and billions of dollars. Can Strike do that? Possibly. Its all-time high isn't bad. Its all-time high was $70 last sort of April. Not really recovered since then. But for a really limited max supply token that offers a really good protocol for borrowing and lending, this is one that could do well during a bear. Like, after the bear, because this potentially in a bear cycle can drop down to $1, $2, but if they develop their DeFi ecosystem, there could be one that rallies. It's an interesting proposition. Want to be keeping an eye on just to see, because they've got to grow. They're limited, they've only got about 12 markets, so they've got to grow that. But when they do, there's more reason to utilize the platform. And right now, borrowing and lending is being done certainly a lot less with the current sort of market volatility and bear cycle territory that we're in. People are scared to take loans out with collateral, because as the prices drop as well, the risks of liquidation for your collateral can rise. But interesting one. Interesting one. And DeFi applications that have got users are worth keeping an eye on, because they will grow. They'll have to expand to encourage users to come. And right now, Strike's quite limited in terms of potential. Not in terms of potential, sorry, in terms of the application. So they need additional markets being embedded. Avoid any algorithmic stablecoins. And if they can do that, bring in some more intriguing cryptos that are heavily traded onto their platform, they could grow. But it's one where I think during a bear cycle, I think it will drop to single digits for sure. So it could be a nice opportunity in terms of a gain and one to watch. Hope you like that video. If you do, hit the bell, like the video. Just, helps. Hit the bell notification so you know when new content's coming out as well. And if you're unprepared for your bear cycle, if you've not done your research, you have time. Bear cycles last a while. This isn't going to just be a flash in the pan. And if you don't have the time, for whatever reason, come check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share every coin I buy and every coin I sell. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.